All right, welcome back to BPD Family. It is me, Big Papa D, and we're back for another one. I have done NF in the past. We've had this discussion that there was certain NF songs that came out that I've already listened to that I never had a chance to react to, because when I started my channel, the Hope album just came out, and I listened to like 2 or 3 songs before I started doing reactions. And we discussed it, and I thought it would be prudent to go back and at least react to the videos and let you know how the songs affected me and how I felt about them. And today, this is NF's Happy. Okay. Without any further ado, NF with Happy.
Dear God, please hear me out. I know it's been a couple years since I've reached out and said hello. I bet you're wondering why I keep obsessing on and stressing all the little things when I should be living life and soaking up the memories. I know I've been selfish, I have no excuse to give you it's true. Hanging by a thread's how I live. I don't know why, but I feel more comfortable living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting like I don't care what anyone else thinks, when I know truthfully that that's the furthest thing from how I feel. But I'm too proud to open up and ask you to pick me up and pull me out this hole I'm trapped in. The truth is I need help, but I just can't imagine who I'd be if I was happy.
So much here. We'll get into there's 2 things going on here. There's the video, and then there's the song. The song loosely fits the video, but they're kind of telling 2 different, not different stories, but 2 separate stories. The video is all about generational trauma, and NF may be talking about that. He is, obviously, because he's had generational trauma from his mom passing and all those circumstances. It gets to a point when because I've dealt with depression in my life, was medicated for years, gets to a point where you become so comfortable in that space, and anything outside of that is scary. Getting better is scary. Allowing yourself to feel is scary. You push people away. And you're like, I don't need anyone. But deep down, you're like, that's exactly what you need. And once again, like I said, being happy or even acknowledging that you're enjoying something is scary, because then you have something to lose. You have something to lose. With NF, I'm sure he struggled not repeating the mistakes of his parents. In this video, we're going to see that, unfortunately, more than not, those generational curses live on.
Who I'd be if I was happy. Yeah, been this way so long it feels like something's off when I'm not depressed. I got some issues that I won't address. I got some baggage I ain't open yet. I got some demons I should put to rest. I got some traumas that I can't forget. I got some phone calls I've been avoiding, some family members I don't really connect with, some things I said I wish I would've not let slip, some hurtful words that never should've left my lips, some bridges burned I'm not ready to rebuild yet, some insecurities I haven't dealt with yet. I'll be the first to admit that I'm a lonely soul, and the last to admit I need a hand to hold. Lose and hope, headed down a dangerous road. Strange, I know, but I feel most at home when I'm living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting like I don't care what anyone else thinks, when I know truthfully that that's the furthest thing from how I feel. But I'm too proud to open up and ask you to pick me up and pull me out this hole I'm trapped in. The truth is I need help, but I just can't imagine who I'd be if I was happy.
Number one, I love when NF sings. He's so underrated on his singing voice. It's very good. Yeah, a lot of what NF was talking about there is the fact that when you are super depressed like that, it's difficult to, you know what the causes are. You do. A lot of people say, I have no idea why I'm this way or what made me this way. You know. You're just afraid to face those things. You're afraid to take the steps because you can't even look at them. You can't even address them. You can't. If you look back to mansions, there was rooms in there that he didn't want to go in. There was rooms in there that he didn't want to read what was on the walls because it was just too painful. So you avoid those things, even knowing consciously that if you don't deal with those things, then you're never going to end up changing. And the problem with that is that it gets comfortable being in that depressive state because you at least know what's going to happen tomorrow. Today sucks. Yesterday sucked. Tomorrow's going to suck. That's terrible, but it's comforting at the same time.
I was happy. Don't know what's around the bend.
And that's scary.
Don't know what my future is, but I can't keep on living in.
If you address all these things and you heal, you don't know how it's going to be or what's going to happen. Right now, you know what's going to happen. Like I said, suck. It all sucks. You know that. It's plotted out. You know, today, October the 9th, it sucks. November the 15th, it's going to suck. When you address these things, you start feeling better. That every day is a question mark. And that is freaking scary as hell. Sorry to jump back in.
But I can't keep on living in. Living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting like I don't care what anyone else thinks, when I know truthfully that that's the furthest thing from how I feel. But I'm too proud to open up and ask you to pick me up and pull me out this hole I'm trapped in. The truth is I need help, but I just can't imagine who I'd be if I was happy. If I was happy. If I was happy.
Yeah, the video is, about generational trauma, about repeating those things. When I was raising my kids, the only thing I was concerned about was them being better than me. There's much trauma and drama that was around with my divorce and everything that happened with that. I did my very best to keep home a safe place where they could, learn and grow. And I'm happy to say my kids are in their upper 20s to lower 30s. And I think I did a pretty good job of doing that because they are better people than I am. And that's really what you want when you're raising your kids. It seems in the video that the daughter was ready to face, you know, the issues with her mom, and hopefully that, you know, works out for them. I know it's fictitious. It's fictitious, but it's not, because that's a million people living that kind of life and dealing with that kind of thing. Great video. I was glad I was able to share my thoughts about it. As always, the artist stuff will be in the description. Make sure you hop on over, watch this video in its entirety, subscribe to NF's channel. When is the new NF coming out? I know it's got to be here. I know he's working on it. I hope it comes out soon. If you have any insight on that, let me know in the comments. All right, as always, like I said, the artist stuff's in the description. My stuff will be there too. I appreciate you very much. Peace and love.